G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge. This one is Lisbon. Hopefully we do a little better than we did last week. So what do we got? Diagonal roads require double the amount of road tiles. Start with only one motorway, no more are offered. Trees can't be destroyed. These are two pretty rough ones. I mean, that's not great either, so it looks like we're going to be on the back foot. Already used a diagonal there. But we'll try not to make the diagonals put us off from using them. Any houses that we get in this right-hand side, all these trees are going to be problematic. That one motorway we are going to have to hold on to for dear life. Alright, gaming updates for this week while we wait through our very slow first chapter here. What did I do? So 100% Conduct Deluxe. That was a game that was recommended a few times for me for my channel. I did play it once, but I thought that just the repetitive nature and the painfulness of playing that game, but I can't put myself through filming that. But I can say that I have 100% of that game. Otherwise, I did slowly just work through it and got there. Miles Morales as well. I finished that. It took me about 22 hours, and that included having to play the game through twice. Very short game. Good game, though. So what we've got going on here with Blue is definitely weird design I've gone for there. I'm going to give him a roundabout as soon as I can. I want to use roundabouts to try and oh boy. Roundabouts to try and sort of clean up a bit of this. I mean, I've now lost that completely with Blue. Thing is that there's going to be no I can't look at that and go, well, you know what, eventually I'll just sort of use a motorway and I'll correct that. It's like, no, that's Pink's lot now is what we see. Take the road tiles, because of the diagonals, it's probably going to be a bit more of a luxury. I'm going to flip that around as well. This was kind of the hope that we'd get more blues in this bottom left-hand corner, and then I can just cut off that other blue and let Pink get a slightly shorter route, especially being a circular destination. I feel like they're going to need it. I feel like having so many tiles already, we can try and shorten up Blue's route. I would like to connect that next Pink guy, but I think that a roundabout sort of close to the town will be the way to get him connected. I don't want to slow down traffic up that way to get him joined. I don't think he necessarily needs 4 houses just yet. Well, that blue going circular as well is going to cause us some concern. Definitely take the... okay. Let's think about this for a second. Definitely take the bridge, because I realize we're about to hit, like, major bridge territory. I don't need to do anything to that third blue guy at the top. Could cut him through there, and he could join and help the lower one. Oh, okay. This is a tricky one, because these two yellow houses that are right near this central yellow destination that we've got the destination to the right are very close, and he could potentially just survive with those two for a very long time. But the only other choices for yellow housing is so much further away from the yellow on the left. that would have to share out to him. Just basically hoping to see more yellow houses on the left-hand side of the map here and not so many on that right-hand side. Roundabout. We want to live in a roundabout world here. I think it's going to be our best chance for survival. And we have 3 yellow houses working 3 destinations. Still very early days. Yeah, we do need more bridges though, especially because we're not going to get motorways. We're going to need probably like at least 6 bridges here, I'd say. Okay, that's a good get for that yellow house on the left here. So what we can do is connect him in and then give the central yellow house his close house back. It's not great. That's an alright get. Alright, so let's just pause for a second. If we swing blue to the outside, get pink to cut around the edge there. Getting that pink community on the right here, but not for real any use. And definitely got to take the bridges. We could get this pink set of 3 on the far left to connect across to just help out with the circular pink. Or we could get them to face... Oh, now we've got a circular guy down there too. Alright, well here's the initial thought on how to use these guys. We cut through these trees. Then we use one of our bridges and they connect into the back of that yellow house. The problem is that it means that if we, say, get a blue destination on the lower island, left island, then it means that that little blue hub of houses down the bottom is now sort of blocked off from them. I guess the thing you got to remember is everyone else has the same handicap as you do and what you can and can't play here. Alright, so yeah, we're going to keep taking those bridges. Well, oh boy. Wow, they come quick. Alright, so let's leave them with two different bridges at the moment. This is what I mean. We've now got this set of blue are just blocked in, so I'm just going to at least temporarily give them the motorway. But the idea is that we don't want to leave them using the motorway. But that second yellow house, that's an awful get, that one. So we've got currently nothing that's going to allow us to get to that island. So we've got to pause this for a second and figure this out. So we have no available bridges. We have no available motorways. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that motorway there. And we'll get rid of our one motorway. We're also going to get rid of that one bridge. Basically, we've got to wait for those two things to remove themselves. Alright, so we've got two bridges now. So, we need to quickly get pink houses back to locations, because currently we've only got the one house looking after this circular destination, and that won't do. That's not going to fit in there anywhere. Cut him across there. Join him like that. A lot of houses in there. 6. So, I mean, he can sort himself out with that. Because this guy's circular, I'm going to keep that same logic I always do if you don't want them to share. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip these guys back around the other way and cut them down like that. Now to me, because there is 1, 2, 3, 4 guys already there, it makes so much more sense that we allow these two guys to be part of that setup and connect those guys across there. Completely removes almost the point of that roundabout there. We really want that roundabout in here somewhere. So let's do this. Let's make these two guys go into that roundabout. That's where they can sort of have their divide. Okay, so next up is we need to somehow get guys blue down to the bottom. We now have access to the entire waterway, temporarily at least, but we can't afford to get over there. But because we've solved both of Pink's problems, we can give blue back the motorway for now. Pink is looking okay. Sort of happy with that recovery. Green down the bottom's not looking too great, but I mean, there's nothing we can do, like, except get more houses to green. Which would have to be... This level is hard. This is hard. Okay, so... There's a blue house there, and that means that we can put a blue... He can get through to this guy without these guys needing to exist. That motorway. What we're gonna do... Get those two guys through, because those... Goodness, this whole thing's blocked off too. Around about there. Got him a little bit shorter. And that. Yeah, I know. Come on, come on, come on. Give me my motorway back. Why are you still going on the motorway? Well, let's connect him in so that he can at least try and temporarily go help out. We've also got this yellow guy here still running on one house. Forgotten about you. Annoyingly, the sort of fix here for this guy is that I'd have to turn these two houses backwards to get that way. So I guess that's the first fix for that, is that we get those guys disconnected off that, and basically we're reserving that bridge for them. While we wait for this guy to get off that. Done. Okay. So we put a network there for that guy. In the way that that's now looking, I can't sort of sneak another road in there, so I can't get these two extra houses in there to help out. This red house here, he can connect on there, and then he gets to join across there, so he's at least connected. There's the one house, it's gonna take it over that way. The congestion of every single person trying to leave here in one go there. This red house here is just stranded. This guy is okay. I don't think I can make it up there with what I've currently got though. Got a third house there, so those guys could possibly look after him. I don't see how these two yellow houses are going to survive. That. It's just that this little neighborhood is just blocked in. Like, there's no way to get them out, short of having them cut across this this route here. This red guy up here, he's set for death. Like, there's no way that he's going to be able to cope with what he's currently got. These two red guys here, well, at least that gives us a second red guy for the top. That's something. Triple something. We need more blue down the bottom though. We've still only got the one house looking after these guys. Idea would be that we send these guys across. Can't afford to make the connection though. Obviously we're tempted to do that as a diagonal, which isn't going to help. This red guy up here is alive at least. But at least see next week with him as is. This yellow is real precarious. This blue is awful. That blue needs help. And we're that close to help. Just that we basically have no bridges left, so I've got to keep going for bridges when they offer me bridges. Alright, get in there, blues, and save that guy. Because of the existence of this bridge here, it does give us options to take some of the yellows on the north side, north shore, take that blue route to get back to help out our yellow in the left-hand bottom corner, but he's doing okay. In the grand scheme of things, he's probably better off than a lot of other stuff we've got going on at the moment. These blues that we have helping out on the far right, we can just have them run the full length of the waterway and end up on the north shore of that double destination down the bottom. And that would reduce the amount of traffic on that road that's now a nightmare road. It's just so we're too shallow on road tiles, really. I mean, that's one of a few problems that we've got. Roundabout. Okay, so 36 tiles. With 36 tiles, we can do that. So let's get rid of that. You guys now are out of the head of our green friends down the bottom. Interestingly, I built this to give that guy green assistance, which he definitely doesn't need anymore. There are so many greens down the bottom that I think that what we do, take these three guys, we can run them like that. Then get rid of that. I'm going to build around the top. So we'll go up here and across. Basically what we need is road tiles back in order to do that. But in this temporary moment, we're using that motorway to sort of fund this guy. Wait for that bridge as well. Blue. Right, so we just lost 2 blue houses from that, making that change, but it doesn't matter because there's 4 blue houses there. Basically the same distance away as well, so... There we go. With that change, we can then basically disconnect green from the top there. And don't have a remaining bridge, but we can take 2 yellow houses from this north shore and send them down there. And in doing that, we'll have completely removed our need for using the motorway there, and we get our motorway back. So that's a good win. Alright, so now we've got a second need for a bridge. That's where you're going to hold one off me. Okay, so what we could do is that these 2 blue guys are back and being able to assist with him. He is just a square at the moment, so he doesn't need that much attention. These 3 guys down the bottom, we're also going to try and get across to that blue guy, and then what we can do is get rid of that. Then these guys in around about there, and let those guys share. They're both square destinations. Unless they go circular, that's not going to be a problem. You definitely need this guy to get bridge, though. That's the main thing we're hanging out for. Weird temporary fix might sink us, might save us, is that we can move both ends of that thing in one go. Two shifts we're currently... Well, I don't need to get rid of all that yet. 2 things we're going to do is I'm also going to cancel that. Cool, because you can see how much faster that disappeared than the motorway did. With the intention that we can just turn these guys around to go help that out. So we now no longer need that bridge. That motorway can just sort of go away. And return. Let's think about the way we want that to connect, because now we've got the access that these blue guys can cut through. Ugh, yellow never ceases to... It's tricky. Okay. So the problem yellow has is I need to get yellow to this group of guys over here. What we can do is get rid of that bridge. Just do that for now. Get those guys to cut closer. I'm going to temporarily extend that out so that the guys down here can also go help him out so he's not sort of stranded. This guy's now panicking. More than fair since he's lasted so long on his own. Side note, what, is this a pink? Okay, good. I was going to say, there's other guys on this. I thought he was just running that on his own. Let's connect that guy across there. And then we'll bounce that like that. So that those guys can go help out him as well. Okay. We need these 2 bridges to both disappear. See the nightmare this is going to create for these guys. We are sitting on our motorway as well, still. So what we're just going to do quickly is we're going to bounce that to there. Those guys can go take care of him with their motorway. I'm going to get rid of that so that these guys stop sort of like stacking it too badly. We will run this straight down here. No, we'll do it again. Connect him in there. Always the bridge. Okay. So, why is there... Oh, the blues are also using that. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to flip these guys back down and across. And... I'll fit that in there anyway, can we? Sort of, at the end there. Well, what we could do actually is we can do that and then have these guys skip that entrance. Hopefully these 3 greens on the bottom are the priority for that, and these 2 guys are just going to play backup. Okay. Blue's not happy, but I mean, Blue's just sort of working its way through that struggle at the moment, but we also have those 3 Blues that we can get to go help out. What we might do, because the circular destination on this is orange, we can do that. Does that help? Getting rid of these guys affecting their thing. We've got enough tiles, and I've got a bridge. So let's do this too. Let's snake them through there. So blue can go bounce to the north side. Now, I've possibly made a terrible mistake here in terms of getting them to go the far way, like, while it's in panic. So I'm just going to create that little cut through there so that they can get through and help out while he's in this dangerous moment of needing help. There's 2 guys to go help him out as well. Alright, you can see that we've sort of helped a little bit there so that he's not going to crash and burn on us, but we've also made things much worse for red-orange. So let's clear that out of there now. We'll let the blues just sort of finish their push through. It does mean that we can say like that guy can go help out orange too, as well as these guys along the bottom as well if they're so inclined. They're furthest away, so they should be running back up to those guys as opposed to main priority. Because of these changes that we made with the bridges, it does mean that we don't have any bridges on hand at the moment, and our goal is still to get green here to connect to this guy via bridge. So we are just waiting. This guy here. Now let's run him across. We don't have a bridge. If I had a bridge, I could connect all of these yellows here down to this. This guy here is also not happy, so they're not. These 2 aren't doing well sharing. Again, you can see why I wanted to keep those 2 yellows with that circular guy in the middle, because he's still king of his castle. So if we I need a bridge. I need like 3 bridges, really. Really what we could do as a temporary try and like hold off here is if we connect these guys to here, they would connect into that. Then they could get down into here. Now this intersection here is awful. If that's something that we were going to use, so we don't want to. Instead, let's do that, because then that means that some guys from blue can cut across. I don't know. I hate everything about that. You can see there's so many yellow guys coming out of here though to try and help out, whether they'll make it in time or not. But we have a mess of a system now going on up there that's like it's slowing down red. This guy's now in a panic too. Some of these guys are possibly going all the way over there. Let's kill that connection for now. We'll try and make the rule that those guys on this side are all, their job is all to go look after that, and yeah. Just don't have enough bridges. I mean, I could connect I can claim this bridge down at the very bottom back. And I feel like temporarily that's going to be more worthwhile than for this mess that we've got going on at the top. And I know what I need to do for the mess at the top. And firstly, let's get this pink guy here connected there. So then he can help out this guy. But look at how many cars I've got going everywhere. That bridge is gone. Okay, so firstly, let's undo all the mess we just did. Let's get rid of that. And then run this guy. Diagonal bridge drawing has never gotten better. Run that guy straight down there. So now this guy has this huge population of yellow that can just swing down there. Unfortunately, they're all currently up here getting in the way of red and pink. So this pink currently has this one guy helping him out as well as these three back here and this guy here. So he should be set. So we can say get rid of that. Now, blues are both connected as well at the moment. We don't want that, so we're going to get rid of that connection too. So it may not be fast enough. We do have all of these yellow houses just sort of showing up now to try and help out. I'm going to swing... Oh, he's sort of winning. I'm going to swing that guy down temporarily as well so he can go help out this guy. But you can see that those guys are moving up to their... back this way to their houses, so they're okay. This guy's not doing too great at pink, but he's just sort of on the mend too. Problem as well as what I've done there is I've now blocked in this neighborhood of green, so they actually can't get back over there to ever sort of like recover this guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and again just like cause havoc down the bottom here. I mean, again, this road is just awful. Like, it's Saturday if we're lucky. We've got to do something for this guy, though. He's just going to get worse. Let's get those 6 guys. And part of it's just going to be that the roads are going to get so much worse that they're not going to get guys through. We need to have this second sort of, like, out route available for them. But I think he's just going to collapse on us. Alright, bridge. Okay, so bridge is this guy. If we put that bridge there, it means that... I don't think it works anymore, does it? Because we now need... Well, it means that these guys can at least cut around that way. There's nothing I can do for these guys. The only thing I could do is if I had another spare bridge, I could cut this up and through there, allow these greens to come on the bottom end of this, but I'd need a bridge to be able to make that change, because I can't wait for that bridge to come back to me. Alright, what about this for this top section? Just as a change. I was gonna say, what if I cut the get them up and around, so they're just out of the way. I was gonna say, what if I just ran orange along the top so they could bypass all of this mess, but it doesn't work because that tree blocks orange and that tree blocks orange, so there's no way to cut sort of orange through to the top. This guy down the bottom is still just square. So get those guys to go try and help out. But we do still have the constant problem of screen down here. And like, look at that. Give me a bridge. How many bridges do I have? Just 5? 6? 6. Okay, let's get rid of that, because no one's actually using it at the moment. There's a free bridge. Because that only works if we're actually trying to get them to sort of go around it. Okay, so I've got that bridge, which means that now with that bridge I can do the thing that I was going to do before that I can't remember what it was. That's right, it was the temporary switch. So if I move, say, those 3 houses to just sort of get out of the way, we tell this guy to cut up. We tell that guy to go away. What we can do is just add that one extra guy for him. Okay, so orange now cuts north. We get rid of that little bit there. Get rid of that. Orange can now do this awful wind through there and not have to speak to anyone in order to get through to that connection. These guys we would connect through there. I need a roundabout. Did I have any roundabouts that still sort of... I think all 3 of the ones that I'm currently using are needed. So get these 3 guys to sort of connect there and cut down. These 2 are both after... both of these, as well as these 4, sort of trying to help out here. So you can see that's just the mess still here of these guys trying to figure it out. And we've got no greenhouses anywhere in the vicinity of this guy. Like, so I think we're cooked either way. Oh, this guy coming down here. These guys just bouncing through to help out. Well, you're a nice little, like, surprise. Where have you been waiting this whole time? Really, these guys are just surviving on that one. The problem is that because these aren't split, I need 2 different sets of houses really looking after this. What I want should be that these 7 houses are looking after our double destination, although that now immediately doesn't matter since they're now both double destinations. But I mean, all we're doing is holding on for dear life as this sort of sorts itself out, and you can see that this is still a nightmare. There's still plenty of red on that route too. This guy's about to go on us as well, so either way, we're sunk. No, yep, there we go. I mean, that was always going to be a rough one with its conditions. It is only Monday when I'm filming this, so might be higher up on that menu than that ladder than we otherwise should be. Number 4. Wait to see that drop nice and quick. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.